Happy finale day, everyone.
Yo, what's good, guys? Sunday. We're finally back. It's been a minute.
Yeah, as you guys can see, right here, my shoulder is now newer than it was previously because I had surgery on it. That's why we didn't react to the chapter 238 last week. But yeah, we are at the end.
Yep. We probably might do like another tier list or two, somewhere I guess revisiting some that we probably did before, like character and arc maybe. Those two I can think of top of my head that would be pretty good ones. But how's it going, guys? What's up, Luffy Blazing? What's good?
Welcome.
I think it's the first time I've seen you here.
He might have commented on, I'm assuming his gender. He might have commented on another not One Piece, Undead Unluck stream before, but not too often.
Okay.
But welcome.
Yes, sir.
Gavin, yep, we did see that. Thank you for sharing that in our Discord. Again, because I don't prepare ahead, let me go ahead and get that link and share it in here with everyone. Because even though the manga is over, we are not done with the series.
Nope.
We will be back for the winter special whenever that drops. You guys will get a reaction out of us. And then when season 2 and beyond drops, we'll also react to that.
Yes, indeed. I cannot wait for that, though. Their production, they're going to go crazy. Seasons 2 and 3-ish and 4-ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
I just want to see Loop 100 Ragnarok just, kind of finish it up in style.
It's kind of funny because I said so long ago that a person could literally end the series watching Loop 100. And I'm not going to get into anything, but you guys, if you were here last time, how we felt about the previous chapter, or chapter 237, yeah. But
yeah, but this will be more so of a celebratory stream. We're not going to talk about the bad stuff for Undead Unluck, at least not a lot today. This is more so going to be just celebrating what Tozuka has accomplished. 239 chapters in Shonen Jump. Nothing to sneeze at.
Not at all. But to sneeze at something, I'm sneezing at Shonen Jump. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
But we're here nonetheless, man. In terms of spoilers, I know nothing of this new chapter.
Okay.
I've seen a panel, one singular panel from chapter 238. I no context for it. I'm like, okay, interesting. I don't know. I don't know.
I caught a few spoilers for 238, and that's fun. But for 239, the only thing that I was somewhat spoiled on, I put that in quotation marks, is more so there is a color page, final color page for the series that is supposed to be at the beginning of chapter 239. Unfortunately, it got leaked. Like, this series never has leaks. So for them to leak that,
the final
chapter, like 4 days before it drops, come on, guys. Like,
Leakers,
they can't even get their final send-off without you trying to ruin it. I didn't.
Leakers, you don't even
yes, that was a ruin pun.
You don't even get money for this a lot of times. I know a lot of them don't. They just do it for the love of the game, even though that's not love.
Trash.
That's
trash.
That's hating. That's
unlove.
not good.
That's unlove.
Yes, that is not good. So if you ever think about leaking it, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not good. Especially if you don't want to be caught in criminal stuff, because like middle of last year, people were getting sniped. Teams were getting sniped from leaks and stuff, and even fan scanlations and whatnot. So don't even try it if you thought about
it. That's crazy.
But we are here, man. Welcome, Lauren. I believe last time I read the first last chapter.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get a quick swig of water, and then I will get started.
All right, guys, you know the drill. When it comes to the duel/blind react chapters, one of us is reacting to the chapter while the other one goes away, mutes themselves, and then wait for their cue in the Discord. When someone sends a message, then we come back to read it ourselves, so you guys can get really good experience from both of us without, at the same time with the camera on. So that being said, peace.
Peace. All right, guys, just do us a favor. If you like today's stream, like it for us. We'll get out to more Undead Unluck viewers, hopefully in the algorithm. And then currently on the channel, a little bit of quick cross promotion. Currently doing Dandadan. We're currently doing Sakamoto Days. We're currently doing Haikyuu. I have been loving Haikyuu because I am typically blind to it. But without any further delay, let me go ahead and get chapter 238 pulled up, since I was missing last week, and then we will get right into it. All right, chapter 238, Zero Ichi. I love that. That was one thing I was spoiled on, but that does not make this any less cool of a chapter title. So a reference to the first opening song name. According to Luna, in the final reward for clearing the game, from this point on, you are all gods. Design this world to your liking. In my final moments, that is what I wish to see. That's what she said. But it's pretty much fine as is, ain't it? Julia looks on. True, there's still some dangerous stuff like lingering around, like war, but I imagine things would go south without rules that deal with fighting and strife. Yeah, same with sickness. It's why us doctors exist. Oh, but I killed Autumn. Autumn wasn't a master rule, right? Oh, crud, you sure screwed up. Excuse me? Then how about we add one called Season? We have one last slot open. Oh, so this is the final master rule. Okay. I'm guessing maybe this is how Fuuko's gonna get her memories back? Question mark? No, if we do that, then all countries will have the same weather. It could throw a lot of things out of whack. What if revolution wasn't a course plunging the planet into the sun? If we rotate around the sun at the right distance, some countries might see the 4 seasons come to fruition in a similar fashion to how they did before. Gotcha. Not like this, like this. Consider that rule added. You decided that way too fast. Luna probably wanted to see a little more hesitation, don't you think? Like it even matters. We're finally free of our negation abilities. Yeah. Was Fuuko holding on to that, or was Andy holding on to that? I don't know. He's now palming her on the head. The one thing we've always wanted was to be free in this world, right? Yes, which means now is the perfect time. As of today, the Union is disbanded. I was also aware of that. Thank you all for taking on this fight together. From here on out, let's all enjoy our lives to the fullest. All right, Bunny and Tatiana, Chikara, our boy Sean, Gina. We got the, I'm not going to call them side characters, the scientist behind Nico, Top and Haruka, Shen and Mui, Rip, Layla, Ano-un, or excuse me, Akira, my bad. Got Yusai off in the background with Fang kind of close by. We got Kururu, Engine. We got Void, Phil, Nico, Billy. I'm thinking that's Creed. All right, they're all looking at Fuuko. Me? Stare. Oh yeah, her memories, right? If only we could fix her with science or medicine. Ichiko is taking the longest sleep of her life. It's God's handiwork. I doubt we'd be of any use, and any helpful artifacts are long gone now. Yeah, he's floating. I want to do something to help her, but... So, let's just think about this from a logical perspective. If the Union emblems have a camera feature on them, they could at least give Fuuko a little bit of a memory dump, per se. They're all sort of depressed about it. Sheesh, you guys sure are downers. I've got just the plan in store, so go ahead and leave her to me. You can all rest easy. Do whatever it is you've always wanted to do. Right, got it. Alright, time to restart my budding acting career. What should I do? Well, I've always wanted to be a painter. I'm gonna be a photographer. Oh, then you can take my headshots. It's a small world out there. Catch you guys on the flip side. The Princess Carrie from Nico still. Alrighty. Is Yusai fighting Fang? I want to zoom in. Is he courting her? That's not a pairing I ever thought I'd see, but... Alright. Yeah, there's so much personality in this. Catch you on the flip side of wherever your dreams may take you. Now then, I guess we should get going too. Huh? Going? Where? Actually, where are we? Ain't it obvious? To where you and I met? Kicked things off. Alright, I was spoiled on Soul being incognito and reincarnated. Aha, there you are. Hey, Soul. So you can still see me? Was that? You can't see him? Who? Wait, that's dangerous. Wait a second. Interesting. Whatever. Anyway, why are you here? Why? 'Cause if I were in your shoes, I'd be here too. We were both giving it our all, so it only makes sense you'd want to know, right? Why you lost and where it all went wrong? Unlike Sun, it didn't feel like we cut you. Luna kept you alive, right? Beats me. Wait, aren't you cold? Why are you shirtless? What do you want? You waste no time, I see. But quit pulling my leg. You know what I'm here for. Give her back her memories. You can do that, can't you? What makes you believe that? 'Cause memories are ingrained in the soul. Hey, careful! The Remember artifact proved that to be true. Alright, so they're going to take the seed that was planted inside of Ruin in the stratosphere, assuming that Soul can find Ruin pretty easily, and give it to Fuuko. Even so, I'm under no obligation to return her memories. Oh yes you are. It's dangerous, I say. I'm pretty sure that's why you survived. To take a critical look at the world we're about to create and see how it differs from Luna and Sun's soul. Rather than be assimilated, you are to remain here. Why? I should be with the others. I want you to teach them. They'll be working according to the laws they selected. Sick, beast. I don't know what the other one's implying. Andy looks at Soul. Foom. They were right where I told you, weren't they? Well, how were they? Pretty different from me, right? Yeah, how come? It's simple, unsettling, but all they negated were God and the abilities that use the rules to torment people, not the rules themselves. What an interesting distinction between the rules and the rules. It's not the same thing. And I feel like myself included, I kind of fell into that trap of always viewing the rules as the rules, whereas the rules, the entities, are separate from the rules of this world. I kind of like it. It's going to take some time to, you know, fully accept, but I like where this is going, per se. I wanted to negate the world where people who tried to negate me lived. I sided with the gods who had the power to change that world for me. That's the difference, I guess. I'm surprised you managed to make it back. You were in space, weren't you? Don't you remember? I collided with you. You what? You remember, during Unluck's meteor shower? Ah, you mean, I was even affected by Remember. Though I don't recall ever joining their side. Haha, they totally got us, huh? Yeah. What are you gonna do now? The world's not gonna change, so I'll have to. I'll seek out guys who are as fed up with the world as I am and tell them to knock it off. It's pointless after all. I see. I'll help out. I'll make sure no one complains. This world has been validated by them. I said it's dangerous, you know? You know, you're not undead anymore. Boom. Seen this panel, did not see the text. Thankfully I blurred my eyes enough for it. Welcome back. Yeah, it's good to be back. That was a great chapter. All things considered, I really like how Tozuka is tying up a lot of loose strings in this series. I said we weren't going to talk too much about the negatives. I feel like he has done an incredible job with the restrictions that were put on him from Shonen Jump. So for those of you who are unaware, this week Undead Unluck is ending. I believe last week Mission Yozakura Family ended, and then they're launching 2 new series next week or the issue thereafter. So essentially they were out with the old, in with the new. And I hate that for Tozuka, and I'm not sure about Mission Yozakura Family. I feel like that more so had a logical conclusion to an ending, more so than this did. This seemed a bit hurried. Now, again, I'm not trying to throw shade on Tozuka. I think he did the best job that he could under the circumstances, but it is something we have to take into account as reactors to this series, as people who comment on how it actually ended. So, with that being said, if you guys have anything else you'd like me to talk about before I get Vontae in here, just feel free to leave a comment in the chat. But I will go ahead and get our messages between us pulled up, so that way he can come in here if you don't. Yeah, overall, this chapter, I'd probably give it almost like 8.5, 9. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. The only thing I'm somewhat... The reason why it's not a 10 is because of the fact that... Like, why did Luna save Soul? I mean, she says it's to teach them. She wants Soul to teach them. But at the same time, it seemed like with this is the only way for Fuuko to get her memories back. Language. Okay, Lauren, that's 100% what it was, because there was multiple people there. I don't know. It just seems a little bit roundabout. Like, why do the fake out of taking away Fuuko's memories only to have Soul with the ability, after abilities are gone, to grant her memories? But I guess it makes sense that the rules that were not killed, i.e. Soul, which were previously connected directly to memories, is the sole survivor of the master rules. So this is a nice little workaround as opposed to what could have been done in like a retcon. I was thinking maybe with the union emblems, it could have been recording all of this. So Fuuko wouldn't have got the previous loop's memories, but she would have got this loop's memories. Jenny, welcome. It's been a little while. Welcome back. I just got done with my reaction, if you just joined us, to 238, Vontae's going to hop in here for momentarily to get his reaction, and then we're going to swap out and do chapter 239 afterwards. That's okay. We appreciate you being here. Absolutely. While we're waiting on Vontae, are there any other series that you guys are currently reading in Shonen Jump? I've started my initial read-through on Twitter of Mission Yosakura Family. Really enjoying it. I'm about 2 volumes in presently. I think I'm probably going to read it until the end. I might take a bit of a break to go into another series when my mood dictates it. But otherwise, it's better than I was expecting once I got the initial preconception of what the series is out of my head. Yeah, really fun. And then we're also reading Dandadan, as I mentioned earlier. That manga is nutty. Can't wait for season 2 come July. Apothecary Diaries is something that we've thought about. I've heard great things about the anime. So if we were to pick up that series, likely we would start with the anime, move into the manga. But wasn't there some sort of tax evasion scandal with the illustrator or the mangaka of Apothecary Diaries manga? So is it like on a indefinite hiatus? I'm not quite sure. Okay, Jenny. Yeah, definitely. Dandadan is weird, funky, insane. We do recommend that. Welcome back, Vontae. I'm glad you're back.
Yep.
My throat is kind of scratchy, so enjoy.
All right. Chapter 232, like this color page right here. It's time for the final battle. Or now it's time for the final battle. And then I remember that shot from that chapter. Dope shot, especially everybody flying with people that can fly. Basically, damn near half the union. Not half. Maybe
Wait. Are you on 239 or 238?
238.
There's a color page?
Oh, wait. What the? Why did they go to? That's 232. I don't know what.
What?
That was weird. I don't know what the hell. Yeah. I literally clicked on 238 and then I don't know how I got.
Okay.
All right,
okay. I'm glad I caught you.
238. I'm like, wait. I've seen this before. I played these games before. All right. Chapter 238. 01. Okay. According to Luna, in the final reward for clearing the game, from this point on, you are all gods. Design this world to your liking. Once again, that's kind of, beating the game, you become, that's something we kind of said before, but in the final moments, that is what I wish to see. That's what she said. Okay? But it's pretty much fine as is, ain't it? So they're not going to change anything. I mean, I guess they don't have to. It's not like they're still fighting or being traumatized anymore. True, there's still some dangerous stuff lingering around like war. Never mind it. I mean, okay, yeah, right, yeah. But I imagine things would go south without rules that deal with fighting and strife. Yeah, same with sickness. It's why us doctors exist. Okay, I see what they're tackling it on from the conceptual side instead of like the actual, because they're dead already. Anyway. Oh, but I killed Autumn. Autumn wasn't a master rule, right? Crude, you sure screwed up. Excuse me. Then how about we add one called season? We have one last slot open. Spring. I see that in the background. No, if we do that, then all counters will have to. Then all countries will have the same weather. It could throw a lot of things out of whack. I like that they're thinking about this. Like, this is something that makes sense. Like the aftermath of them defeating these rules or master rules and how they can mess up the imbalance or make the world unbalanced. No pun intended. What if revolution wasn't the course plunging the planet into the sun? I'm about to say, yeah, we need Nico and Ichigo to be the ones that kind of, you know, take lead in this conversation. If we rotate around the sun at the right distance, some countries might see the four seasons come to fruition in a similar fashion to how they did before. So not like this, like this. Okay, gotcha. Consider that rule added. You decided that way too fast. Luna probably wanted to see a little more hesitation, don't you think? Like it even matters. We're finally free of our negation abilities. And the one thing we've always wanted was to be free in this world, right? Yes, which means now is the perfect time. As of today, the Union is disbanded. Wow, I like that Julia/Dewey said that. I like that. Thank you all for taking on this fight together. From here on out, let's all enjoy our lives to the fullest. They don't like that, though. They want to still be together, just not for the same reason, fighting against whatever. They just still want to be together. They still want to be the Union. Everybody's kind of sad about that. Y'all can still be that. Okay, everybody's surrounding Fuuko. Oh, that's what they're sad about. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, her memories, right? If only we could fix her with science or medicine. She's hella confused. Like, who are all these goddamn people at my side? What the hell is going on? It's God's handiwork. I doubt we be of any use. And any helpful artifacts are long gone now. Yeah, he's floating. He's floating. I want to do something to help her, but sheesh, you guys sure are downers. I've got just the plan in store, so go ahead and leave her to me. Y'all can rest easy. Do whatever it is you've always wanted to do. Right, got it. All right, time to restart my budding acting career. What should I do? Well, I've always wanted to be a painter. I'm going to be a photographer. Oh, then you can take my headshots. It's a small world out there. Catch you guys on the flip side. Hey, look at that panel. Now, this is the type of panel I would probably want as like the volume cover, the final one. Something like that, similar to this shot, this panel. Yeah, catch you guys on the flip side of wherever your dreams may take you. Now then, I guess we should get going too. Going where? And Fuuko said, she's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all left me with this random man here. Everybody here, like, what? No. Actually, where are we? Ain't it obvious to where you and I kick things off? Aha, there you are. So, yeah. I don't think this was the exact panel that I seen, but I seen Soul. It was in the panel that I seen. Hey, Soul. So you can still see me. Or is that, you can't see me? Who? Wait, that's dangerous. Whatever. Anyway, why are you here? Why? Because if I were in your shoes, I'd be here too. We were both giving it our all, so it only makes sense you want to know, right? Why you lost and where it all went wrong. And where it all went wrong. Unlike Sun, it didn't feel like we cut you. Luna kept you alive, right? Beats me. Wait, aren't you cold? Why are you shirtless? What do you want? You waste no time. I see. And you waste no time. I see. But quit pulling my leg. You know what I'm here for. Give her back her memories. You can do that, can't you? What makes you believe that? Because memories are ingrained in the soul. Hey, careful. The remember artifact proved that to be true. Even so, I'm under no obligation to her return her memories. Oh, yes, you are. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, I say. I'm pretty sure that's why you survived, to take a critical look at the world we're about to create and see how it differs from Luna and Sons. So this panel, I mean, this right here is ideally what I wanted in the end game in general. It's just the things that happened before, not a big fan of, but this is ideally where I envisioned or what I wanted. And once again, Andy, he is just so good at like winning conversations or debates against other characters. He's like so good at that. It's like that's something that I loved about Andy's character. Honestly, one of the biggest things I loved about his character. Okay, so rather than be assimilated, you're to remain here. I want you to teach them. So they're going to keep going the cycle. Why? I should be with others. They'll be working according to the laws they selected. Okay? You see sickness, you see, I guess, aging, beasts, different rules and whatnot. Okay? Just looking on. Once again, I just said this recently, I love panels. I said it for Dandadan, our last reaction live stream. I love when characters are looking at other characters in any capacity, just to see the look on their face, the emotions and all that. It's always dope. All right, they were right. They're right where I told you, weren't they? Well, how are they? Pretty different for me, right? Yeah, how come? It's simple, unsettling, but yeah, this is the panels I saw. I saw him in ruins, so that's why I got spoiled on. All they negated were God and the abilities that use the rules to torment people, not the rules themselves. I want to negate the world where people who try to negate me live. I sided with the gods who had the power to change that world for me. That's the difference, I guess. I'm surprised you managed to make it back. You were here. You were in space, weren't you? Don't you remember? I collided with you. You what? You what? You remember during the Lux meteor shower? Ah, you mean... okay. I was even affected by remembering. Though I don't recall ever joining their side. They totally got us, huh? Yeah. What are you going to do now? The world's not going to change, so I'll have to. I'll seek out guys who are as fed up with the world as I am and tell them to knock it off. I see. It's pointless after all. I'll help out. I'll make sure no one complains. This world has been validated by them. I said it's dangerous, you know. You know, you're not undead anymore. Wow, I like that. I do like that transition. Welcome back. Yeah, it's good to be back. Okay. Man, you know what this chapter kind of tells me? This chapter tells me that Tozuka fully got rushed, because this entire end result feels like something, I would say mostly what you wanted to do in terms of the aftermath of the fight, making the validated world. Now you guys are kind of creating the laws and whatnot, and then they're still being sold and the rules still exist into some capacity. It's just how we got there is what, you know, he obviously got rushed with. But it's still kind of, I don't know, the story does still seem a bit unfinished, especially from their new goal that they're setting out. So it's kind of interesting. But what were you thinking when you read it?
I love this chapter. I think I gave it like a 9, 8.5, something like that. The primary reason for that is because they made a distinction, and you might have caught on this, you might not have, between the rules and rules.
Mm-hmm.
So this was a clever workaround for giving Fuuko back her memories because of two reasons. One, Soul was disassociated from Sun before Sun got cut, ergo, you know, eliminating all of the rules beforehand. And two, we know that memories are linked to the soul. So the rules, the fellow master rules that Soul grew up with, let's just say, they are still inherent in the world, as opposed to him being physically in the world and him having just like I don't know, like an ace up his sleeve to be able to give Fuuko back her memories. So I like that. I thought that was awesome.
Soul is essentially God. Remember, I said that was another prediction I had, that he would become the new God. Maybe not quite the way I envisioned it.
I mean, he was the Shumpo this chapter.
So she told him to do the same thing. But like, what does that mean? Like, okay, you learn, what does that mean for Luna and Sun?
Their story, I'm assuming, is just dead in the water at this point. But I do like the resolution for Soul now, because he has to be the lonely one out. He has to look at what the results of his brethren's rules are in the world without them. So it's kind of like a somber ending for him. But again, with the whole Sun and Luna thing, I think we're not going to get any more of that. Unfortunately, it just is what it is.
It's just that it's still a part of that, though. That's why I'm bringing it up, because she said the same thing that her senior superior said to them, and it's like, I get it, but then what does that mean for you when you? So like hypothetically, if Soul were to do this too, like give to like another, I don't know, some kind of entity or whatever, and he moves on, what the hell does that mean? But
I don't think he can. I don't think he can grant powers. I think he can just use them. Because
I mean, yeah, but it's the same cycle. Whether it's the end of the cycle, I mean, it kind of is the same thing. She told him the same thing that was said to them prior to when they created this new world. On page, same page with his brethren, conceptual brethren. On page 14.
Well, teaching them is different than helping them to win the game on behalf of one or the other, or defeating them in the game.
Or a new cycle, I guess, because him and Ruin are basically setting off to a different, like, goal and cycle, essentially.
I think that's more so like the buddy cop the series that we never got.
Literally, that's what it is.
I think Ruin is now mortal, but Soul is now kind of like a god amongst men.
That's kind of my point.
I don't feel like that's the same.
He's a god light.
Well, yeah. Welcome, Wolf.
No pun intended. Yo, what's up, Wolf?
But the last point I want to make before we get into the last chapter was they had one singular slot left for a master rule in that tablet. What do you think about them choosing to put in revolution as opposed to, or rotate, I guess is better?
That's the best one they could think of, that they could do, to be honest.
It's kind of harmless, but that is actually great because a lot of things with, what's it called, like a monkey's paw wish, to where you wish for something that you think is good, but then you have unintended consequences. So this one was like the most vanilla, benign rule, like just have us don't crash into the sun. Okay.
Yeah, that's literally the best one you could do, especially because the world can easily get imbalanced easily without it. That's why Nico even broke it down to them, which I like. Yeah. That was really cool. So I'm like, yes, listen to Nico here, guys. And once again, I do like that Julio was the one that disbanded. Obviously, disbanded. Couldn't. Yeah, but still, seat one. You were originally seat one. Yeah, but I do expect some epilogue stuff or like an extra chapter or something when the volume officially.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to hop into the next one right away, or do you want to switch back to me?
Yeah, I'll hop into it.
All right. Give me 1 second. I got one hand to do this, so it takes a little bit longer than normal.
Okay, guys. Chapter 200 there. That's fun. Give me a second. Yeah, Jenny, I kind of agree. Like, it was one of those things that I just kind of knew that she was going to get her memory back anyway, so I just kind of accepted it. But the way that it was pretty smooth. I like the transition and how they did it, though. It was pretty cool. But, I kind of do like that Andy forced it essentially out of Soul. Because if you beat these guys that traumatized you guys, if you win, yeah, you get to, hell yeah. You better give her memories back. The hell. But all right, chapter 239. Love this color page. So we got a wedding. Who's getting married? Try to think. Who would be getting married? Really anybody. Maybe Rip, Latla. Nah, it's not them. Okay, let me go. Or is it Victor? I don't know. Anyway, just to confirm, it is supposed to be today, right? No doubt about it. August 1st, 2020. Don't tell me the bride and groom are both running late. Or is it Andy and Fuuko? Okay. I mean, obviously, I don't know why I didn't say them first, but ooh, fire color page. Okay, I rock with this a lot. Hold on, what year is this? Yeah, people. Yeah, it's old. I see. So Shin, I'm guessing Shin and Mui, they got a kid. Okay, hold on. Okay, see Victor in the back. Creed, he grew a beard. Yeah, everybody got older. Obviously, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been I don't know, it's been probably like 5 years. Let me see if there's anybody younger. Oh, they got two kids. Okay, another little baby. They got twins, huh? So it looked like. Okay. What was that? A new bunny. Miko. I see Miko Ichigo. Yes. So it's been some years. It's definitely been some years. All right. Nice. Nice. All right. Let me continue. Okay. Something might have happened to them. Julia, the fencing pro, left in charge of managing the union's investments by Fuuko. Lab members check Fuuko's and Andy's locations. Victor, sports trainer, mainly supports Julia and Boyd. Okay. Check. We called all the emblems, didn't we? Don't worry. I snuck tracking devices into their belongings. Whoa, what's that? Oh wait. Whoa. That's what this is. Is this even ethical? We got permission. Well, I guess it's fine then. We know where they are. Don't worry, I snuck track. Oh no, I already read that. You never know with these two after all. Ichiko of Orgil was on maternity leave until last year. Her daughter Miko wanted to go to the lab, so she has returned to work with her. Where are they? We'll go pick them up. Lab members conducting scientific research with Julia and Fuuko's funding. Go pick them up from here. Is it really that far? Huh? Mount Ararat. Where they at? Was it like this the last time? Yeah, this is where winter was after all. Oh, okay. So I know you've been visiting memorable spots in the current world, but for what reason? Grab on. Because I want to experience the changes to this world as my current self. Fuuko Uzumo, adventurer, and Gina Chamber, painter, and Fuuko's attendant. I don't think it's changed. And again, it's a fun time either way. Nice. Sheesh, I get stealing to survive. But if you're going to steal from the guy stronger than you, while obeying the law, that is. If you want food, we've got some for you. We're real sorry, sir. And if you really can't get by, then join us. I'll be sure to work you guys to death. Andy, developing country support group, WIN security force captain, sponsored by Fukushima. I really like this whole group thing that they got going on. It's like they create their entire union, like a new union for like just worldly matters. That's pretty dope. It's like it's not about them being reassimilated into like society and having other jobs or whatever they were doing before they got, to where they're at in the union in the first place. But that's dope. Oh yeah, and Fuuko, she do got that bread. She do got that money, so that's how they got that funding for sure. Oh, you're back. How's the medicine safe? Yep, no problem. No problemo. Looks like they stole it without even knowing what it was worth. Were any of them sick? Nah, just hungry. Rip Tristan, Win medical squad leader. Good then. I'll be done here once I finish. Giving this shot. Roger. Hey, you done over there yet? Eesh, listen, my job isn't as simple as all of yours. And there. Nico Rorgil, Wind Science Squad leader. Okay, you got water out of the ground. All that's left is to get a water filtration system, and it's good to go. I'll leave things to the locals. Time for the next stop. Yep, August 1st, 2020's visit is. We did. August 1st, 2020's climb to the summit is. Oh, I forgot about the wedding, bro. Y'all over here adventuring, y'all over here beating up bad guys and then recruiting them in your new little group that you guys got going on. Oh, I forgot about the wedding. What? You forgot about the wedding? We were sure you were totally committed to it. Ichigo's been blowing up my phone. Apparently, all the girls are pissed. Of course, it's today. We got so lost in all this mountain climbing that the full day has passed. What are we gonna do? We will never make it in time. No, she is definitely late too. Yeah, they know each other. That's why they getting married. You know what I'm saying? They know each other. Husband and wife. Hey, lovers. Here we go. Hey, I really rock with this chapter, by the way. This is a 10 out of 10 chapter so far. Like, easily, easily. Talk about unfettered confidence. In that case, I'll get there before him and her, and I'll be the one to wear the pants in the relationship. Do you even hear yourself right now? Okay, now that's out of the way, let's hurry. Sorry, I know you plan on painting on the summit. Oh no, painting's not the priority here. Fuuko, not in this situation. Chopper, girl, you really were at the mountaintop, and on the day of your wedding, don't cringe. Tatiana, pro model / entertainer, currently on vacation in Japan. Hurry and grab hold. Okay. Wow, you've grown, Tatiana. I've seen you on TV. It was absolutely hell getting the permission to fly here. Sorry about that. Come on, let's get started. Huh? I'm making sure everything's good. Okay. On the stream, all right. Get dressed. It'll be dark by the time we get there. Get ready now while you have a chance. I brought the clothy dress. Oh yeah, the clothy dress. Yeah, okay. I don't like how that came back. Right. Huh? Can I even get into it? I packed on a few pounds. Oh. Fuuko said, I'm thick now, man. I'm thick. Fuuko always been kind of thick. I mean, she was mostly toned in one-on-one though, but hey, she thick. With the time it takes to get from here to the airport, and that's if we can even get on the plane, yeah, it's a bus. It'll be well into the next day by then. Women can be scary as hell when you forget red letter days like this, They hold grudges forever. Now me, I keep perfect track of that sort of stuff. Miss Ichigo snapped when she saw you have a eureka moment on the invention while she was delivering your daughter. Huh? Really? That's funny. Y'all all just be doing shit when y'all got other shit going on. Aha, I found you. We're here to pick you up. Oh, Billy, tell him. Music teacher post mercenary retirement. Nice. Creed, Air Force instructor. Nice. Billy, history teacher post mercenary retirement. Nice. Mr. Creed is here too. Long time no see. Still in the same line of work, eh? I retired last year. I'm a history teacher now. Creed is a drill instructor back in this country. This is his chopper. I'm giving it gas. Hang on tight. We're gonna die before we get there. It's already night. The food has gotten cold. To think they let your cooking get cold. Damn. Should I bury them? No, cut it out, please. Haruka Yamaoka currently opening a chain of shoe stores called One Heart. Okay. Big muscle mommy, you know what I'm saying? Chikara Shigeno, Tatiana's exclusive cameraman, thinking of going independent out of guilt. Top bull spark. Ace Olympic track and field athlete. Nice. One Heart's advertising model. That's dope. That's really dope. She can still pretty much provide them with like armor, just like how she did with the unbreakable armor. She can still provide them with something, and it's gonna be shoes. And he's a top athlete, Olympic athlete. That's fire, man. I love all of their jobs and careers right now. This is dope. Everyone, they're here. Oh boy, am I ever glad I was worried that I end up. Oh boy, am I ever glad I was worried that I ended up not being able to get any pictures of the ceremony. That's probably gonna be the last panel of the chapter, the picture. Which I'm assuming that's the color page. Was he in the picture? In the color page? I forgot. But still, anyway. Well, you know how it is. The star always arrives fashionably late. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. I was about to say, where is Sean at? My apologies, everyone. The wrong person. Sean Doss, actor, currently struggling to land a lead role. Damn. They say he's still struggling. Why were you late? Filming ran long. I flubbed too many takes. It's your own fault then. Hey, late group order up. Engine roaming with Bunka ramen cardigan. Sir, wait, but we're in England. Sorry that darn Fang was being stubborn and said he wouldn't come. He said he'd come if he could eat ramen. Don't worry about it. We haven't even started yet. Shin Mui, married, run a kung fu fitness gym, have a pair of twins, Mao and Xiao. That's what's up. Huh? At any rate, only the ones missing now are Fang Kowloon, founder and operator, Xiao Lingman, a facility to teach children with no family simple studies and martial arts. Perfect. That's exactly what you was been supposed to do years ago. USI operates self-defense dojo, considering expanding overseas. Back student wants to become a plush doll maker. Okay. Kururu retired at height of popularity, currently an idol producer. Phil student, mother's research assistant, nice. Layla Tristan, novelist, has a book deal within a year. Cool. Void, current boxing heavyweight champion, doesn't plan on retiring until he loses. Layla Tristan resumed being a fortune teller, and Akira Kuno, currently serialized in a certain manga magazine. Anime adaptation coming soon. I wonder what it is. Oh, hey, they're here. Yep, from the choppers going down, grand entrance. Eep, what are they doing? Take that picture. Boom, coming down in style. Her with that clothy dress. My boy Andy looking fly in this suit. Bam, nothing. Why are you so darn late? You're one to talk. Hurry up and kiss. Cut the crap and say you love her. If you two don't get married, Vic won't ever make up his mind. So please get on with it. Now then, let me see. Let me see your finger. Huh? Okay. Why are you taking a knee too? Just because? Well, well, whatever. Fuuko. Will you marry me? Even if death do us part, let's always enjoy what this fate of ours has to offer. With Luna in the background, I need to see this shot colored. I need to see it. Artist, I gotta see it on Twitter. Let's. And then Undead Unluck. Ooh, I love the silhouette with them in the. Ooh, that's a fire panel too, right there with the sky, with the stars. This is a story of Andy Fuuko Izumo and everyone living in this world in their quest for the greatest death ever. Now, let me go back and read that page because I was just reading from the narrator perspective. Next, you're going to show me your vision of justice. Roger, man. Hey, you too. Oh my gosh, what's this? It's awesome. A present from all the former union members. You can ride this puppy wherever the road will take you. Wait, before that, the bouquet. Toss the bouquet. Toss it over that way. On it. Here, take this. And let's go. Wicked sick. Sick. Wicked sick. Undead Unluck. And on their quest for the greatest death ever. That's fire, man. That's this, once again, I think this chapter, like I said, this chapter is a 10 out of 10 for me, man. It's a 10 out of 10 chapter. Easily a 10 out of 10. Like, this is what we probably all wanted in general to get to this end of the manga to be like this. It's just, once again, like I said in the last chapter, when I was reacting to it, that there's things that obviously didn't go the way that we thought it would have went, and with whatever was going on with Shonen Jump, with Tozuka, whatever was going on behind the scenes, we can tell the writing took a dive downwards. But these last two chapters, I think, is what Tozuka still wanted. You could kind of tell, right? But aside from that, it's good though. This chapter I really like. It's probably one of my favorite chapters in this entire series, to be honest. This is a good 10 out of 10 chapter. I give a solid 10 for this manga. Yeah, I agree with you. I give it an 8 out of 10 as well. It was on the path of getting to like a 9. It was on the path of becoming potentially one of my favorite manga ever, like top 3. But I think it's in that 8 out of 10 tier, which a lot of manga end up being an 8 out of 10 for me personally. So it's tied with like 4 other manga that I got from Shonen Jump. But choose to help people with all technology and money. I think is really sweet. Yeah, that is really cool. They're like they're still doing like saving the world just in a new way now, you know. We have to agree that they're the type of people. Yeah, they definitely forget their own marriage, but that was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. This was a great chapter, man. Great chapter. But I'm gonna let Twitchy in here because I know this one took quite a bit. So let me cue him in. Phone. And after he reacts to it, we can have a little discussion. And don't worry, guys, we'll still be doing some more Undead Unluck content. Obviously, we said earlier about the winter special, anime, the seasons, all the way through. And we'll probably do throwing maybe 1 or 2 more tier lists. We might have 2 more strings, you know what I'm saying? Especially now, so we can put tier lists for arcs and then characters and whatnot, so you can get our final thoughts on everything since we're finished now. So stay tuned for those 2. We'll probably be doing 2 streams for that, or maybe in one stream itself. Who knows? We might just do like topics and just talk about it. But yeah, I agree, Jenny, for sure, definitely. Man, really the end, man. That's crazy. Another series done. Man, you know, they say, I think they said that Jump literally, aside from One Piece, there's like only the oldest series that they got is from the 2020s. That is crazy. Why? What are y'all doing? Stop.
Stop.
If you're not One Piece, if you're not My Hero, get out of here.
You want me to go away?
All right. All right, your turn. This was a good one, man. It's a good one.
Is the music still going for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I cannot hear it. All right, guys, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna reload the page. Hopefully that fixes things on my end because my headphones turned off. 1 sec. All right, there we go. If I get one confirmation in the chat, thumbs up, okay, good to go, anything, I'll start. Just want to make sure that reset did not screw anything up audio-wise for you guys. Predictions for this chapter before I read it. I would say likely good to go. Thank you, Gavin.
You're good.
Likely we're going to get some wedding stuff in this one, because Clothy did turn into the dress for Fuuko to wear.
You heard me?
All right, color page. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, you're good.
All right, good. Cool. Just to confirm, it is supposed to be today, right? No doubt about it. August 1st, 2020. Don't tell me the bride and groom are both running late. All right, couple new hairstyles. You guys still drinking in the back. Okay, this is the color page. I did not. Oh man, Creed's got a beard. Had to get interrupted on that. I did not. They have a child? Okay.
Keep looking.
Okay. What else do we got here? God damn. Andy looks dapper as hell in that white suit. All right, Victor's there. They got 2 kids. All righty. Twins? Oh, there you go. Welcome back to the story, Miko. Growing out her hair, Layla? Alrighty. Bunny looks oddly the same. Like she looks like herself, but she's still oddly. Oh my god! And Tatiana's getting her back for the corset damage from last time. That's hilarious. What a great color spread here. I think that's pretty much it. I'm just taking a moment to appreciate this. Cool. I love this. All right, time to go back to the single page spread. That's how I prefer to read. Something might have happened to them. Lab members, check Fuuko and Andy's locations. Check. We recalled all the emblems, didn't we? Julia, fencing pro, left in charge of managing the union's investments by Fuuko. Victor, sports trainer, mainly supports Julia and Void. Don't worry, I snuck tracking devices into their belongings. You never know with those two after all. Whoa, that's what this is? Is that even ethical? No. We've got permission. Yes. Well, I guess it's fine then. We know where they are. Oh. Ichiko Vorgil, okay, officially took on the name. Well done. Was on maternity leave until last year. Her daughter, Miko, wanted to go to the lab, so she has returned to work with her. Where are they? We'll go pick them up. Go pick him up. From here? Lab members conducting scientific research with Julia and Fuuko's funding. He's got the swirly eyes. Is it really that far? Huh? Mount Ararat. Was it like this the last time? Yeah, this is where winter was after all. So I know you've been visiting memorable spots in the current world, but for what reason? Skirt. Grabs. Aww. Because I wanted to experience the changes to this world as my current self. Fuuko Izumo Adventurer. I don't think it's changed. Then again, it's a fun time either way. Gina Chamber, painter and Fuuko's attendant. Sheesh. I get stealing to survive, but if you're gonna steal from guys stronger than you, while obeying the law, that is. If you want food, we've got some for you. We're real sorry, sir. Dead end. And if you really can't get by, then join us. I'll be sure to work you guys to death. Andy, Developing Country Support Group Wind, Kaze, Security Force Captain, sponsored by Fuuko Izumo. Alright, so we got Top. I think that's Yusai in the background, question mark. Oh, you're back. How's the medicine? Safe? Yep, no problemo. Looks like they stole it without even knowing what it was worth. Were any of them sick? Nah, just Hungry. Rip Tristan, Wind, Medical Squad Leader. Good then. I'll be done here once I finish giving this shot. Roger. Hey, you done over there yet? Yeesh. Listen, my job isn't as simple as all of yours. What are you doing? And there. Nico Vergil, Wind Science Squad Leader. All that's left is to get a water filtration system, and it's good to go. I'll leave things to the locals. Time for the next stop? Yep. August 1st, 2020's visit is... We did it! August 1st, 2020's climb to the summit is... They did forget. What? Oh, I forgot about the wedding. What? You forgot about the wedding? You were sure you were totally committed to it. Ichigo's been blowing up my phone. Apparently, all the girls are pissed. Of course it's today. We got so lost in all this mountain climbing that a whole day has passed. What are we gonna do? We'll never make it in time. No, he/she is definitely late too. Talk about unfettered confidence. In that case, I'll get there before him or her, and I'll be the one to wear the pants in the relationship. I love this so much. Do you even hear yourself right now? Gina's face. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's hurry. Sorry, I know you planned on painting on the summit. Oh no, painting's not the priority here. Fuuko! Not in this situation. Hey! You really were at the mountaintop and on the day of your wedding. Don't cringe. Tatiana, pro model / entertainer, currently on vacation in Japan. Hurry and grab hold. Okay. She got Aura just standing at the edge of an open helicopter, can I just say. Wow, you've grown, Tatiana. I've seen you on TV. It was absolute hell getting the permission to fly here. Sorry about that. Come on, let's get started. Huh? Get dressed. It'll be dark by the time that we get there. Get ready now while you have the chance. I brought the clothy dress. Huh? Can I even get into it? I packed on a few pounds. What? The corset. With the time it takes to get from here to the airport, and that's if we can get on a plane, yeah, it's a bust. It'll be well into the next day by then. Women can be scary as hell when you forget red letter days like this, you know. They hold grudges forever. Now me, I keep perfect track of that sort of stuff. Miss Ichiko snapped when she saw you have a eureka moment on an invention while she was delivering your daughter. Huh? Little pot meets kettle now, ain't it, Nico? Really? Uh-huh. Kerplunk. All right. We gotta pick up ourselves. Aha, found you. We're here to pick you up. Oh, Billy, Tella, musical teacher, post-mercenary retirement. Creed, Air Force instructor. Billy, history teacher, post-mercenary retirement. That's a cool little throwback. Billy was indeed the history teacher for the school arc with Chikara. Tella, obviously, being the musician, that makes sense. And Creed, he is now an instructor in the Air Force, hopefully changing it from within. Mr. Creed is here too. Long time no see. Still in the same line of work, eh? I retired last year. I'm a history teacher now. Creed is a drill instructor back in his country. This is his chopper. I'm giving it gas. Hang on tight. Yeah, we're gonna die before we get there. It's already night. The food has gotten cold. To think they'd let your cooking get cold. Should I bury him? No, cut it out, please. Haruka Yamaoka, currently opening a chain of shoe stores called One Heart. I'd buy those shoes. Chikara Shigeno, Tatiana's exclusive cameraman. Thinking of going independent out of guilt? Independent. Just roll with it, man. Top Bull Sparks, ace Olympic track and field athlete, One Heart's advertising model. That is sick. I love that too. Everyone, they're here. Oh boy, am I ever glad. I was worried that I'd end up not being able to get any pictures of the ceremony. Well, you know how it is. The star always arrives fashionably late. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. My apologies, everyone. Wrong person. Sean Dott's actor, currently struggling to land a lead role. Why were you late? Filming ran long. I flubbed too many takes. It's your own fault then. Roll. Hey! Late group order up. Engine roaming with Banka Ramen cart again. Alrighty. Fang, you are actually there for your niece and nephew. Yes, you are the godfather. It's not negotiable. Wait, but we're in England. Sorry, that darn Fang was being stubborn and said he wouldn't come. He said he'd come if he could eat ramen. Don't worry about it, we haven't started yet. Huh? Shen and Mui, married, run a kung fu fitness gym, have a pair of twins, Mao and Xiao. Shidale. At any rate, the only ones missing now are... Yusai operates self-defense dojo, considering expanding overseas. Feng Kowloon, founder and operator of Jianlong Min, a facility to teach children with no family simple studies and martial arts. All right, so best mom Fong. Back. Students want to become a plush doll maker. Adorable. Kururu, retired at height of popularity, currently an idol producer. Phil, student, mother's research assistant. Layla Tristan, novelist, has a book deal within the year. Void, still current boxing heavyweight champion, doesn't plan on retiring until he loses. I love that for him so much as well. He has really been, I'm not going to say shafted, but kind of put to the background, unfortunately. So for him to get that one thing that he was passionate about before, obviously developing his negator ability, peak Tozuka. Latla Tristan resumed being a fortune teller. Akira Kuno, currently serialized in a certain manga magazine. Anime adaptation coming soon. Oh, they're here. Okay, we're just jumping out of helicopters. Like, who do you think you are? Eh? What are they doing? And Chikara's getting the money shot. Love it. It's a tie. But bam, nothing. Why are you so darn late? You're one to talk. Hurry up and kiss. Cut the crap and say you love her. If you two don't get married, Vic won't ever make up his mind. So please get on with it. Who threw the shade? Was that Gina? I can't tell whose like little tough that is. Is that Nico? Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in to see if I can tell. Can't tell. I don't think that was Julia. That would be hilarious if it was. Now then, let me see your finger. Huh? Okay. Why are you taking a knee too? Just because. Well, whatever. Fuuko, will ya marry me? Even if death do us part, let's always enjoy what this fate of ours has to offer. Let's. With this, the moon in the background. Undead Unluck, they're going away on the two-seater bike. This is the story of Andy Fuuko Izumo, and next you're going to show me your vision of justice. Roger, ma'am. Hey, you two. Oh my gosh, what's this? Is awesome. A present from all the former union members. You can ride this puppy wherever the road will take you. Wait, before that, the bouquet. Toss the bouquet. Toss it over that way. On it. Here, take this. Let's go. Everyone living in this world and their quest for the greatest death ever. Sick, wicked, sick. Alrighty, and that's the first manga volume from Akira. Great.
I said this chapter is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10
Yeah,
chapter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that was Julia basically saying like, okay, can you guys hurry up so that Victor over here can finally pop the question. And it's dope seeing all their different careers and what people are doing. Some of them are still trying to like help the world in a way, still like the Avengers of the world, and then others are just doing their own thing. I like the One Heart shoe that Nishine has, or Haruka has, with Top being the athlete, the model athlete for sure. That's pretty cool. Especially since she's already given him the armor with the Unbreakable, and now she's still giving him, some attire.
Just like, what a wholesome journey we've been on.
Yep.
They need to adapt this to the end. I know we sound like a broken record at this point. The last arc/saga wasn't to our liking. I feel like we both agree that Tozuka, if given more time, could have made it even more spectacular. But what a way to end the series. I feel like of all the final chapters I've ever read, this
is one of the top
might
ones.
be one of the top few.
Yeah.
And this is before, like, the first release of that chapter, and not like, an extended cut a la AOT twice. But yeah, just
this is the end result that they deserve, that I think most people would have wanted. I mean, it makes the most sense. Like, literally, the very fact that Ragnarok 100, we all died once again. This is the end result that Tozuka 100% was always going to get to. The wedding, like, all that.
This chapter was always going to be this chapter, regardless of what happened beforehand.
Yeah. I do want to see some epilogue stuff. You know what? Why not make a movie? Let's see a movie of, like, I don't know, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of movie of something, or special, not a movie, but special at least.
Well, I know that they are releasing a third novel. I don't know how much input Tozuka has on that, or if it's just like under his discretion, pardon me, from, like how he would want the stories to play out. I know there's 2 novels. I think Web Mantis has actually translated 2 of them. So if you guys want, we could read those if that's readily available. We still have the one shot for Undead Unluck, Undead plus Unluck. So so we could react to that as well. Just kind of depends on what you guys want us to do with this series. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be here for the winter special. We'll be here for season 2, season 3, so on and so forth. As long as they keep making more anime content for Undead Unluck, we will be here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Damn, Lucy.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know.
That's the volume fix, you think?
I never felt angry or disappointed in it. I'm just like, damn, like.
I feel sort of bad for the people that were like anticipating her return. Like, I feel bad for them. Lucy was great.
Strange.
I just wish, like, she didn't even get a panel.
Yeah,
especially after we had this time skip. Like, why?
Yeah, you would think. Yeah, you would think she would be. I don't know, someone in this little time skip. Someone would have made friends with her, like Andy. Probably found her. You know, something like that.
Well, I mean, they went to this random village to give them medicine, but her not being brought up seems kind of strange.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't want to say he forgot, because that would be kind of crazy.
I don't know. It might be like a page restriction thing for this final chapter. So I'm guessing she might be brought up in like the extended chapter or what have you for the volume release. I like that.
Because she was a good character, great character. Fit perfectly when she was introduced. She was the one that kickstarted the whole soul stuff essentially, and it's just like, damn, where you go? Maybe soul will find her. Hypothetically, I don't know.
Gavin, it's hard to rank it overall. I normally like some time to think on it. I'd probably say at the moment an 8.5 overall. I don't have it quite as a 9. I think it used to be a 9 for me, even maybe a little bit higher, but it
That's
is
tough.
what it is.
I think I have it at an 8. Yeah, I think I have it as an 8. But if, like I said, if he didn't get rushed or whatever happened, I humbly believe that he would have got it. It would have been like a 9.5 for me. It would have been in my top 3 if it stayed that path, that hypothetical path. Yeah, I think it would have been up there.
I mean, even to this day, with more series that I've watched, more manga that I've read, Ragnarok, Spring, and Autumn are like, let's just call them staple arcs for this series. These are memorable things that I will think back on. I'm going to think back on like the Pain arc from Naruto, like Return to Shiganshina from AOT. Like, that is an arc that I hold in the highest regard.
Spring and Ragnarok 100 for sure for me. Yeah. Especially Ragnarok for me personally. That was like I don't want to say I mean, in terms of the order in this series, it was like the peak. Because the second one didn't get to that. You know what's funny? I think you had brought it up too. The second time we went against Fang when he did the tournament and whatnot in 101, that kind of felt like how that's the same as like the 101 Ragnarok was to 100. So like the first time we dealt with Fang in volume 7, something like that, that was the superior version of the Fang Shin storyline, as 100 was the better out of the 2 war arcs.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that, Lauren. Okay.
I thought I had heard that name before, but I didn't know of that factoid.
They both really forgot.
That's so in line with their characters, and I love even the last chapter of the series, Tozuka is still writing the characters how they would act. It makes 100% sense that they would both forget their wedding.
How many years in the future is this? Like, because Miko, she looks about 5-ish.
I would say 6. At least 4 or 5.
Yeah, Turkey. Yep. Man, this is a great feel-good chapter. This, like you said, this is one of the best final chapters of a manga,
Yes.
for sure.
Objectively.
Like, yes, everything about it. It was set up to be this. Once again, it's a romance manga. The last thing you see in this manga is romance.
And he had to get one last title drop, Undead Unluck, right at the end.
He did that like 5 times in the past like 10 chapters.
And each time was better. Each time was better.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
I'm happy with how this last chapter ended.
Yeah.
Like, for comparison, guys, I don't like to do this as a way of downplaying other series, but just to kind of show you that we truly mean what we say when this is one of the better final chapters, is with Attack on Titan. That had so much controversy, and I'll just let you into my brain a little bit. I felt almost sick to my stomach the first time I read that. I personally was really hurt by that. I did not enjoy the final chapter whatsoever. So, with that being said, AOT is still our favorite series of all time. And for Undead Unluck to have this final chapter, even with how much I'm sure you guys are somewhat sick of us complaining about how this final saga has gone, we still have to give this series its flowers, because that final chapter, peak.
This is another thing too. Like, compared to other series, at least, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this. When I reacted to manga on my channel, basically all the manga that I finished had controversies towards the end arc or end chapters, and whether I liked them or disliked them, it was really a range of like everything, to the most of a dislike to the most like. But this, I would say, this manga though, if I could throw this one into that, like those other 4 or so, this series was probably the most consistent aside from AOT. And honestly, like, it's just that the hiccup came at the wrong time. That's what hurts this series the most. I feel like it's like at the worst possible time, that's when it took a dive down. It was the worst time. And it's not, like I said, I'm not going to blame on Tozuka, because it's jump. You see what they just did a few days ago? 2 new series after they just got this Yoza Pure family.
I talked about that in
2 new series.
Yeah.
You know, they're here about to, release and whatnot. But like, it just happened at the worst time. Like, come on, Jump. Really? You couldn't have done it during, I don't know, like made them rush a bit early in 101. Well, not even early in 101. Like the middle of 101. Not that towards the end. Like, come on.
Honestly, this is not only a credit to Tozuka with how he was able to positively write the end of the series, even being rushed, but it's also a stain on Shonen Jump. Shueisha, whoever made the decision to put him in this situation, I'm not gonna say appreciate, because I don't appreciate what they did to him. I will at least give them the benefit of the doubt as it relates to telling him when or how much longer he had to end it. So this ending that we got pales in comparison, or does not, what's the phrase? The way that this series ended is so much better than if they had given him a 5 chapters left ultimatum. Because I think back, what was like 217, 216, something like that, we were like, speed run. Hold up. Like, we're going to take some time to pause. So I think they gave him like 2 volumes. Hey, wrap it up. And with everything considered, he did well.
I'm not going to give him credit for that, because if y'all did that here, barely better than you only got 5 chapters left. This one was kind of like,
not great.
You only had
it's not great.
7, 8, 9. That's what it seemed like. But the only reason why I say that is just because you guys didn't do that for any other manga. They're weird with their priorities. I don't understand what goes on in their head. I really don't, because certain series, they don't, and then you can go all the way back to, we talked about this before, we haven't read Bleach, like the rest of Dandadan and Bleach were anime only, but we've heard for years how Kubo got rushed, and there was a lot of controversy at that time. So if someone that's part of the big three, creating a manga that's part of the big three, got rushed to that extent. I have no faith in them actually being reasonable and like respect any mangaka other than Oda. Just about, maybe that's about it, honestly.
We're getting a little bit off track. It is related to Undead, just kind of overall from a production standpoint. I could even see them rushing Oda. Like at this point,
yeah, they can, but like that's if I can ever say one person, he would only be the only person.
He is the only possible exception.
Yeah, he's always an exception all the time, so he don't even count a lot. So honestly, there's nobody that's safe.
And I think this is more so of a type of series that can open up a dialogue overall for the industry of manga production where if you've read this series from start to finish like we have, you will recognize that this had the potential, and I hate saying this because what Tozuka did deliver was awesome, but this had the potential to go down in like anime manga history. I don't think I'm overstating that, because with the way that Ragnarok ended, I feel like everyone who reads that arc is like, this is one of the best arcs I've ever read in manga. So for him to have that capability and then him to say, let's run it back. Let me do it, but better. Let me learn from the mistakes of my prior self and do even more with this second coming of the same characters that you know and love. And then on top of that, just the growth from Sean. Sean as a character is the perfect example of the creativity and skill that Tozuka has as a writer.
We might have to do a video on that.
We
title is something, the most unseen, the most something character that you've never heard of, or something like that, you know.
Yeah, like we probably will do that before, I think, season 2 maybe, since like the winter special is somewhat canon, somewhat not. But Sean. So like, continuing my previous point is that this had the opportunity to really be like a staple for Shonen Jump, and they just decided against it. I don't know what their business model is, and it's always from an outside perspective, obviously, because I'm not on their executive board. But I just want to say they screwed up. They screwed up. He did the best that he can, and again, I'll give him his flowers. But this was a missed opportunity overall. And I hate to feel that way. And there seems to be a lot of series that are ending that way. So I think Larry mentioned it. Like My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen. What's another one that ended sort of poorly?
Not in Jump, but Tokyo Revengers.
That seemed more so like hey, you got 5 chapters to finish this.
Like, it's a lot of them. Pretty much every shonen that I've ever read or watched, controversy. There's like only one thing. There's only like one that's universally loved, and that's Fire Force. That's the only one from what I've read that I've actually finished. That. So, as you can see, that is a very recurring problem with Jump. I don't know what their motto is. I don't know what their philosophy is, but it's like, and it's not even a unit thing. Like, even if Undead wasn't selling as good as some other manga, there were other manga that sold way better and still got the shit in the stick the same way, if not worse. You know, My Hero, JJK, a lot of them just kind of 5 chapters left. Really? These are the series that in the new gen and modern manga and anime that's been going crazy with the sales, and even them. We talked about Kubo, same thing. So it's like, the philosophy, it just, like, on the surface, I guess I get that, because you kind of explained to me the other day about, like, just the way that they operate to get new series on board and take some out, get new ones on board. But it's just like, that's like only one reason, I feel like. Like, what are the 10 other reasons, phenomenal reasons as to why you're going this route, you know?
if you're doing a checklist of like positives and negatives, there are so many more negatives than positives.
The ratio is crazy.
And again, I'm not a fly on the wall. I'm not even just a complete outsider's perspective. But if they were to listen to this video, I just want to state conclusively, you doing this to series like My Hero, JJK, and now Undead in a somewhat different way, but somewhat the same, it makes me less likely to want to pick up any new series. I won't want to touch them until they're at least at 100 chapters. Because at this point, they're just going to cancel them after 4 volumes. They're not selling enough. It's not making enough money. That shouldn't be the point. The point should be growing your user base to where they are so attached to so many series. It's the merch sales. It's not just the manga sales. Literally, anime, and I've said this for years now, anime is literally advertisement for manga. And that also works somewhat in the opposite direction to where manga is the initial stepping off point for merchandise. Merchandise is where it's at. And you know, there's like next to no Undead Unluck merchandise. Shonen Jump recently released, I say recently, it's been probably over a year now. They had like a Fuuko beanie. They had a one-time release, limited amount of sales. You realize if you kept that on a consistent production basis, how much that would be sold out frequently.
Yeah.
It's
more
a
people
recurring
get into the
profit
wall,
stream.
like, oh, what is this? Where is this from? What is
You
this?
see a whole bunch
from?
of people
Cool.
wearing a Good Luck beanie. It's like, that looks different. Let me ask them where they get this from.
The damn insignia, the union, like, stuff
the
like
Gator
that.
emblem.
Like, what is
Yep.
that? Oh shit! But
And it's just a way to start up a dialogue, and for you to treat your mangaka this way. I understand it's a business. I get it. I work in finance, but this isn't how you grow your business. At least that's not how I would grow the business if I were making the decisions. You're going to make the decisions, but me as a consumer, I'm going to read less, or I'm going to consume less of your product because of what you've done to these people. Because Bleach is, again, we keep coming back to it. Bleach was done so dirty.
so crazy.
If I were Kubo, I'm the type of like spiteful person to where I wouldn't come back to write the Hell arc. Screw you guys.
Hell no.
Like, unless
they told him to come back to write
really,
1,000 Year Blood War. He was like, I want to be done. And then when he came back, he said, hurry up, end it. I didn't even want to write it in the first place, and now you tell me to rush myself. So,
what do you want from me?
Yeah, I agree with you, Bill. I would say MHA overall, if like the 5 that I keep talking about, I think that one probably is one of the best ones ending wise, but there's still things that,
there's some issues with it.
Yeah, but I do agree though. It was definitely one of the better ones. But it's just, I mean, I know once again this is an Undead stream, but it's the finale. We're just kind of talking about just Jump in general, and like in terms of skill set, Tozuka is one of the most skilled I've seen in a minute. Like, genuinely, we always say this: if you can write romance, you can write just about anything. For some reason, it's so hard for people to write romance. So, and that's just one thing. I can go on and on about other stuff in this manga that's really good, but
for me, it was the sense of tension that he was able to consistently keep up in Loop 100 specifically. Yeah. It felt like the deck was so stacked against us, there was no chance of winning. It felt like the Avengers, there's only one way. And that's Loop 101, is the one way. And thankfully, we did get to a happy ending for all of our characters here, outside of Lucy. But, yeah, this was a incredible experience. Thank you guys so much. We still have 8 viewers, which is a little bit less than normal. Since we went to the weekly schedule, we don't have as many viewers. But, like, our manga volume reactions for this series, the best that manga has done on our channel. Like, without a doubt.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys for even, because a lot of you guys are real new to the channel, came in, joined the Discord, always here for every stream, always, having discourse with us about Undead and other series. So, once again, we're still going to be doing Undead content for the anime, the winter special, and even some more streams just to talk about Undead or do like maybe 2 more tier lists or whatever. We're still going to do a little bit of Undead throughout the years. But, yeah, it was a great series, man. Remember, we both kept getting it recommended to us by our boys Shermaniac Townzie. We finally got into it. Once we got into the manga, it was okay, this is something different. It was refreshing, something different. Characters are very lovable. I didn't even say likable, lovable. These characters are so good that despite what we feel about what happened in the final arc, once again, these 2 chapters, especially the second one, the last chapter, it's like, this is still what we wanted. This is the end result that we wanted. A happy ending. Most manga and anime, it gets to a point where people are like, it either doesn't fit the whatever, like the story, the type of story that it is. This is one of the ones that genuinely, no, this is the end result that we deserve, that the characters deserve. It's just, once again, and I'm gonna keep saying this too as well. Even though we don't technically know what happened behind the scenes, I personally just keep saying there's no way possible that Tozuka wrote Lan, for example, and then he didn't have anything else in mind for pretty much anybody else, any other master. Like, that's impossible.
0%
like,
chance.
I don't need to know that. I don't need to have evidence. I just don't. There's no way possible. Nah. Like, imagine you create a story, you create a group of antagonists, right? And the one who is, I guess you can say, the bottom of the totem pole in whatever regards in terms of like impact or like influence in the world, whatever way that you create these characters, that's the one that had the most focus, and all the other ones are just kind of in unison as a collective, and you just killed them all off. That's like the Akatsuki. It's like if you had, like, say, Sorcery. It's like just incredible storytelling with his character, and then all of a sudden the rest of them are just kind of one by one just dealt with. It's like, what is that? And that's not, we know it's not Suzuki's fault. We've seen him write characters such as Spring, for example. Who would have thought that a regular rule would have that kind of a whole arc dedicated to him, and to have that kind of personality, and even the flashbacks and whatnot, the dialogue itself, like, yeah, the residency down in college. Exactly. It's like, what is that?
Yeah.
So,
welcome, Rafts. Yeah, for me, it's just, I know what Tozuka is capable of. So if he ever wanted to write another series, I'm seated day one. But for me, if I, again, had a recommendation to give him, is that you need to make sure that that contract is as you want it. You should be able to end this series on your terms. And I know that there's only technically one mangaka that I'm aware of in Jump that has the rights to his own characters. Togashi. Now, this series did not put him on the same level as Togashi, but this is something I would recommend to all mangaka that have had a, I would call Undead Unluck a hit, is that you need to make sure that you are protected. Because you can never have a similar scenario as Bleach. You just can't. That's unacceptable for all parties. And I don't know what thought it was a great idea to do that to Kubo, after Kubo wrote more than he wanted to initially. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he wanted to end it with the final Getsuga Tensho.
Yes, around that time, just about. Yep. And they said, nah, continue. We continued, and they said, wait, nah, hurry up.
No, end it.
I would have probably crashed out too. I'm like, what is, but I hope, and this is just me just being the optimist that I am about certain situations. I wish one day they could just allow mangaka to come back, say a decade later or something. Like, you know what? Do you want to rewrite or like an arc or a story or something like that, right? Because they know a lot of them don't get to finish it on their own terms. 5 chapters left. They know it. They're the ones that's telling them that. So like, why not? Like, why not? Because honestly, I know a lot of people always say that Jump is going to always prosper. I used to say the same thing. I don't think so. Not forever. That's not going to happen. Because what do we have left? There's a lot of these new mangas that come out are so green. A lot of them haven't even been out for 2 years. Not even close. Dandadan is the only one right now. Not the only one of the few right now that's doing so well sales-wise. And it seems like it's going to go for quite a bit. Like, what?
I would say, like, the 3 series that come to mind in Jump presently, One Piece, obviously. But when that goes, good luck. 2, as you just mentioned, I would say Dandadan is probably their headliner at the moment when you ignore One Piece. And then 3, Kagurabachi. But Kagurabachi is still in its infancy. I don't think it's had even a full year of release. I'll actually check right now. But it might have just passed a year.
That is crazy.
65 chapters. So about a year and a quarter.
Roboco's second thing. See, it's like, and then yes, Chainsaw. See, it's like for, I don't know, man. Like, you can go back in different years and see what was the lineup every single year. You look at the damn cover page arts for Jump magazine. You see all these different series and whatnot. And now it's like, what you about to see? 5 characters on the cover? What we about to see now? Because like, it's, I don't know, man.
Larry, Ichi the Witch is a series I've been hearing a lot about. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to get into, just personally, I'm not going to get into a series unless it's hit like the 100 chapter mark. I don't want to be hurt again. And that might sound selfish. That might sound naive.
No,
like,
that's
I just can't do it. I can't do it. So if you guys are going to recommend us any new series, like, it has to be at least 100 chapters for me to read it. Because otherwise, I just can't.
It does seem very popular. I've just seen stuff with the last few days. That was that series, right? Ichi the Witch.
Yeah, it's like the female Gojo.
Okay, that's one. I did see like a panel dialogue with her saying something. I was like, okay, she liked that. Act Age, and then Act Age. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's of course there's many other mangas out there and whatnot. But it's still a thing. It just reminds me. This is kind of off topic, but it's comparable. Like, think about like what, say, Marvel and MCU is looking like right now. Even DC, they've been fucking up a lot. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, these companies, these higher executives and figures, they know what to do. They know how to make money, but it's like, they know what works because they spent years, decades, especially manga, decades.
We have the technology.
With a lot of successes. And now you have all the resources, all the tools at your disposal, but you don't even, I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of mangaka or ones who are wanting to become a mangaka one day are like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
Well, and that's another thing. The scheduling is insane. The workload to be a mangaka is damn near slave work. Like, Oda has to schedule time to see his own family. Do you know how crazy that sounds to someone who's not making like millions of dollars a year? Like, I'm sure Oda's a millionaire by now, but it's just like when he first started off, it's just like he was not getting paid that amount.
Sorry, Larry. It's just what it is. Like, we all get the same. It's like, it's crazy. Whether it's for movies, TV shows, manga, comics, anime, video games, we all feel the same way at some point in time. We go to the next medium. It does well, it lets you down the same way that the previous one did, and it's just like a reoccurring cycle. It's not just a country thing, a national thing. It's like all over the world. Every corner of the world, there's something like that, and it's because these people think the same. These people that work in these companies think exactly the same. But you know, it is what it is. But once again, like Twitchy said earlier, this is a perfect example of a manga. We might even make a video about that in itself, of how politicking, maybe not necessarily politicking, but just these executives and their philosophies, how it can kill something that could have truly been a gem. You know, like, yeah. And I heard bad stuff about that Spider-Man show, and I've seen, it's like, whether it's agendas, weird philosophies, money hungry, they just all ruin themselves. They implode. Look at Sony. They don't want. I'm hearing that they're considering selling back the Spider-Man IP, the rights to Marvel and Disney again, because they fucked up that entire thing too. It's like everybody is just horrible.
On top of that, I really hate how seemingly, and this is again from a Western perspective, how all these industries are becoming monopolies. It is a problem that not a lot of people are discussing. Because when everything is owned by one entity, it only has one voice in the room. Their decision becomes gospel. So when you have one any like content creation company, so Disney has gotten so large and out of control, it's almost like you can't say anything or do anything to them. Oh, well, I'm going to boycott the movies. Okay, well, they've got merch. They've got comics. They've got streaming services. They have enough money to where you're boycotting it will mean nothing. And I'm just afraid of how the manga industry is trending in that direction, because we've already seen it here in the West with how comics, Marvel, DC, like, I can't tell you the last superhero movie I've went to or seen. I
literally
love superheroes. I've watched a bit more than that, but I'm saying, like, in general, this is a desire that I have, and that's one reason why I loved X-Men 97 so much. It felt refreshing. It felt like this was an experience that was not designed with an agenda. They just let a creator create art. And I might even try to get Vontae on that on the channel or on his own channel, because that series is reaction worthy, and season 2 is coming up relatively soon, even though they changed the writer. It's a whole story, but
yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Ras, it's like, I do feel that too, because if you don't support them, especially the ones that you like, it's like, oh shit, and that hurts them. It's like it's
there's no winning. It's a lose-lose scenario.
Exactly. And it's like, I mean, think about American comics, right? Over here in the West, there's been so many different issues, so many different storylines where they change things up. There's a different creator.
I don't know where to start.
I think at this point, in Japan, why not do that? Why not do that as well? Like, create different, like, have another mangaka go onto a story and create their own version of it, or let them come back.
Pluto.
Like Pluto, we don't see that often at all. So they need that'll be a way to generate so much more money. Just think about that. Like, man,
it's both dipping from the same well but using it for a different purpose.
Like, let me just give an example. Imagine like different versions of let me think of a character. I don't know, different takes on Andy, or a different take on All Might. You know, like, for different stories. Like, that's something I think people will love. They're like, which All Might do you like more? The one from Horikoshi, the one from this guy, or the one that Horikoshi did in the second story when he did it? Like, stuff like that. And we talked about this too about, like, Pluto, like, doing that with, like, specific arcs. I think that would be one of the best ways to go about it. But if they don't want to do, like, a full fleshed out story, but I think I gotta come up with some new ideas, because Dandadan, Chainsaw, Kagurabachi.
It's a short list.
Me and Roboko, like, what? It's like, no, I'm no offense. I don't want to know nothing about that series. Like, what else? What else do we have? We used to have Demon Slayer, My Hero, JJK, Black Clover, like, everything at their peaks too, or peaks usually. Same time, run at the same time. Now it's like,
and I understand the reasoning behind why and guys, we're not trying to only solely throw shade on Shonen Jump. It's the manga industry in general.
Yes.
But that's just the most relevant example because of today's chapters. But I understand the reasoning behind a business recognizing that their client base, their intended client audience, is growing older. But I think they have it flipped. I think instead of focusing on the new generation of readers, you should be having two sects. You should be having a sect for the new readers that is traditional Shonen Jump, and you should have a new sect for an older audience. To where, yes, it's Shonen Jump published, but it's more for an adult audience. So like a seinen version of Shonen Jump. And you're just not doing it.
They ruin it. Look, same thing. Once again, Marvel, DC. Even I'm a wrestling fan. Even when it comes to the WWE, they cater to the younger audience because they don't want to, ruin sponsors or relationships and stuff like that with other companies. And I get that side of it. But at the same time, it's like, most of your audience are older. I mean, this thing has been very popular for so many years that kids grew up watching these things. Now they're adults and they're still watching these things. Like, I get it. Japan, there is a difference. There is a different philosophy that they do have. A lot of it is the same, but there's a different one. I get it. This is for usually younger individuals. But if I'm 15 reading this, I think at that point I'm still smart enough to know something fishy's going on. Why did this mangaka seem like he got rushed here? Why? Like, I don't know who they think is reading these, especially when you have series, even if it's like catered to teenagers or whatever. You have stuff like death. You have some extreme themes and dark themes in these series itself. So like, you already know, and you can admit to yourselves that most of the people that read this have a mature mindset, even if they are 15 years old. So it's like when you do certain things like this, like rushing someone like Tozuka, for example, you don't think that even them will be like, I don't know about this, and they might want to like stop reading, and then like overall, and these are the young viewers that you have. You're probably losing a lot of same thing that Disney does. They've lost a lot of young people too. Because okay, I don't care about this no more because you guys think that we're stupid.
I think there's also an underestimation of your audience.
Yeah.
Especially with Shonen Jump. I don't think that they give their readers enough credit for them being able to have the attention span to follow a 500 chapter series. I think they've pretty much resolved to think their readers don't want that anymore, even if they do. Even if that could be one of your most profitable series, yes, you're not going to get every one of your newcomers to go 500 chapters. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to give the mangaka and the series time to grow. One thing that I was so shocked by as it relates to this ending saga for Undead Unluck is that they rushed it before it got a season 2. Guys, we know season 2 content until about season 4 or 5 is going to make this series explode. Especially if it gets a David production love that we know that they gave season 1. So to know that from
like that. Yeah.
No, but like to know that from a reader's perspective that had 200 chapters leading up to that, by the time that they were like, okay, well now we're about to start wrapping it up.
Shot themselves in the foot.
They did. They
said wrap up before. Like we've been talking about that a lot. That this thing is gonna blow up. I was recommending it to people. Like this series right here is like, it's something different. This is the new wave of shonen. That's how I was like thinking and talking about it. Only to know, oh wait a minute, never mind, guys. We'll see.
Well, it's over.
Maybe the anime. And I don't like to say this because I think manga and anime both should succeed on their own merits and skill. But sometimes you know, the words that come out has to be like, well, I mean, hopefully the anime can fix this and that. But I just don't like saying that because that's not how that's supposed to be. It's supposed to just reinforce things that the manga already gives you, and just gives you additional stuff to make it even better with the voice acting, OC, and all that, but not things to differentiate and make it entirely better, where it's like almost a entire different series at that point, because that's very backwards at that point. And it's like, theoretically, that shouldn't even be deserving if a manga is not, if it didn't do well or end well, it shouldn't be on the animators
To
part.
fix it.
And I know they get the mangaka, words and stuff to fix it, but the thing is, it's not really their fault a lot of times. It's the executives and whatnot. So it's just a tricky situation all around, all the time.
And again, shout out to our boy Townzie. This is a conversation that we've both had with him frequently, because he feels very strongly about this, is about the One Piece anime and how Oda is almost, previously, let's just use Wano as an example, it's almost like he's mailing it in, or he's saving things specifically for the anime to do that he skips over because he doesn't have enough time, or they won't let him write more. So Raph said previously about Jump Plus and how they have a bi-weekly schedule release. It's a little bit more mature content. Yes, I hope that is, at least for the mangaka's sake, of how they treat their employees better from a work-life balance. But man, when you look at like what Wano is in the anime versus Wano is in the manga, it's almost night and day. You can tell that Oda specifically told them, hey, I want you to turn this one panel into a fight.
Yeah.
That should be included in the source material. It shouldn't be up to the animators to do your job for you. But again, it's between a rock and a hard place for Oda. Either he puts in that one panel or he skips it entirely. So him doing that and throwing the alley-oop to the animators to then finish the story that he wanted to write in the first place, I get that he's a little bit fatigued at this point because he's been writing the story for 25 years. But to really prove this point, or to like hammer this point home that Vontae and I are making, it shouldn't be up to the anime to fix the mistakes of the manga. Nor should it be expected that the mangaka work with the animators like Kubo after the story's finished. Like at this point, unless they're paying him more money, what like they already tarnished his series. They tarnished his name.
You better give me more money.
Like what's his well, and even at that point, I feel like certain people would turn him down. Like, no, I'm not helping you. Like, what? Why should I? You rushed me for the passion project that I had. This child, because a lot of these
mangaka, my passion.
they view these series as their children.
Like, that's like giving somebody an alley-oop, but then also be the person that blocks the ball. Like, what the hell is that? What are you doing? I thought you gave me the. No, I guess not. Then I guess you always wanted me to fail. But
okay,
yeah, it's funny because I just have a different perspective because I was mostly watching anime, so I never cared about what happened in the manga. Like I used to think like, oh, that's just the mangaka's fault. I didn't care too much. But when I start reading manga and kind of learning the behind the scenes to it, I'm like, okay, because the same shit goes on with anime too with the animators. So then now I can like sympathize with both sides. Like, okay, I get it. I'm sorry. And then it's like for the Wano thing, right? Okay, that's fire. Oh, that's dope in the anime, but it didn't happen in the manga. So really, is this even? You can even look at it as like, is this even canon? Certain things that are added.
It's a good question.
Is that even canon? Because now my imagination, if I'm reading it versus when I'm watching it, I can't even look at it. Because that's why a lot of people always think about. They always have like theories about anime like taking a different direction from the manga. Not that it passes it up and then now it doesn't have no source material to go off of. More so like I say with Attack on Titan, people kept talking about the AOE, anime original ending, blah blah blah, different paths or whatever. But
I personally was a fan of that. But continue.
It's one of those things, and I wasn't really a fan of it because at that point that's when I started learning like, nah, the whole point of anime is to literally put all the source material, because there's literal anime original things that don't have no manga to go off of.
Series.
And that's what those are. So it's like, it's one of those situations where it's it just depends on what medium you are, like, I don't know, reading, if you're like exclusive to one or the other. But overall, if you read both manga and anime, I think we all can agree that all it should do is to reintroduce you to certain things in the manga, add OSC, add voice acting, add more things to it to just make it even better. But it should always still be just as good. Like, what's the perfect manga to anime adaptation that you can think of as of right now?
Like, perfect,
or even by season. It doesn't have
one that
thing,
like.
Like,
okay,
yeah.
let me clarify the question before I answer. Are you talking about a anime that went up and above, or an anime that was almost 1-to-1?
So it's funny because it's kind of like basically not necessarily that one has to be better than the other, but both of them are just like for example, Haikyuu, like you've been reading that and watching it. I would say both of them are pretty close in terms of like how the art is in the manga and how the anime is doing that part. Mob Psycho, JJK, First Reasons, MHA. Yeah, it's like I feel like there are a lot to go off of, but there are also a lot that ends up being way worse in the anime or way better than the manga, and I feel like that just shouldn't be a thing. It should not be that big of a gap between two things. If you have the source material, the anime should be just as good, if not better. But if the manga is like not as good, I don't think that the anime, like with Wano, for example, should be that much better because the source material should be strong enough to make sure that the anime, like, it should be a balance. It should not be way higher or lower.
Like, you can cut some stuff, but you can also take some liberties when you need to.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. Yeah, kind of.
I would honestly say My Hero is probably the best example. Or would you consider AOT in that bucket? I feel like mostly, yeah, it's up until the end, it was pretty much, they sped up the political arc in season 3 a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty faithful.
Yeah, I say AOT for sure. My Hero is a pretty good one, though. I do agree. For the most part. Like you said, first 3 seasons, yeah. Maybe first 4, 5, no. Absolutely not.
Please no. Please no.
Not even close.
That first episode of Oshinoko was crazy. I'm still trying to get Vontae into that. It is insane. I need you to at least record your reaction to it if we're not doing it on here.
I had one in mind. There's another one. Fire Force has a really great chance.
Okay.
I mean, it already has been, but it got a great chance, especially for these final cores, 2 last cores. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what else just yet, but
yeah.
But yeah, going back to Undead, though, I know that was a big tangent. Kind of a tangent, but it's the same thing. It's about the ending of this manga. Just telling you guys how we feel, because we do really very much enjoy the series. Like, it's one of the best things we've read or watched in the past. At least I can say in the past. Well, I can't say that.
I'm just gonna say
that's a little crazy.
This is the best series on the channel. When I say best, I mean like the most impactful for us in terms of what it's done for our channel. I don't think there's been another series. I think Haikyuu maybe has the opportunity to do that if it catches fire. But honestly, like, we've met nearly all of you because you're all in here with us. No, but like you join the Discord, it's like 95% on Undead Unluck. So again, we both appreciate it very much. That is not to be understated. And I'm going to use an unpun as much as I can until we finish up this stream. But yes, genuinely thank you for all the support. Ranging back to the trailer reaction. I remember looking at it, we had like 30 likes, like 600, 700 views. You guys have been there since day one.
Yo, the Air production, man. Fire Force and then Undead back to back for these next few years is going to be insane. Insane.
They still doing JoJo's too, or no?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
I think they still ball run.
Yeah, still ball run.
Gotcha.
That's insane. I think, honestly, especially since Demon Slayer is, going to be ending within the next 5-ish years or so, I think people are going to be talking about their productions even in a higher light than it even is now. I mean, people always do, but like I think it's going to, based off of just the material, if they can keep doing what they've been doing with these series, 3 for 3, that would be a crazy
seasons 2 and 3 of Undead Unluck. If we can get those by 2030, watch out.
We're going to be in our 30s, guys. I'll literally be 30.
I already am.
So we're the target audience for Shonen. See, exactly. Not these, not 12-year-olds.
We have our entire identity around this one magazine that's meant for 15-year-old boys, and I'm twice the age of that. Oi.
Ragnarok adaptation will be insane. I just can't wait for the boys. I can't wait for my boy Yuki Kaji to go crazy with Rip. I can't wait for that. Billy, Spring,
Nico,
Andy,
like the
Nico,
the white noise of Sun, just like he stood up. What do you mean he stood up? That wasn't an attack.
Chikara,
Chikora.
Shin. That's great. Shin really was the highlight of 101. Would you say that he was like the best singer 101? I think he's like top 2 to 3 best.
Shen?
Like just, I mean Sean. My bad, not Shin. Absolutely not. Sean. My fault.
Favorite part of 101? Sean's top 1.
We talk about all design. Like
I don't like what else. I mean, I guess you could say Fuuko's growth.
Fuuko's growth is really good. Nico.
No, but I mean, look, the heavy hitters have remained the heavy hitters for like the last 100 chapters.
Yeah.
Even if Andy wasn't here for that long, like Gina, Nico, Fuuko, Sean.
One of the best passing jumps. Even if some of them didn't, like, that's just a thing that happens. But
there's only so much ink on a page.
At that point, we'd be spoiled. To be honest, we'd be spoiled if Kururu and like Yusai, all these other characters are also like that. We've been spoiled. Even though Yusai is like the one for me personally. I'm just like, you two. For us, it's like, come on, man.
Oh no!
Like,
did she get a single line of dialogue these last 2 chapters? I don't even remember.
I think we just seen her.
I know she was drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Is that who she is? She just drunk now? Come on.
But Nico against Lon, once again, is my favorite fight in the series.
Favorite singular fight? I know Ragnarok was more of an experience than anything else.
Yeah.
Yes, favorite singular fight. I would have to agree with you. That, man, and just like I can imagine what that's gonna look like in the anime when she's like, "It'll be okay, cause I believe in you." He's like, "I'm taken." Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, just stop. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it.
Billy against Rowan, and when we really learned who Billy was,
Thank you.
Those kind of moments are like, that resonated with me still. Like, when we actually found out he's just a kind man.
Mm-hmm.
That alone was cinema. Cinema.
That is my favorite line from the series that I can remember. For I am the spring itself. When I think about Undead Unluck, that's my favorite line from the entire series.
That should be the line
a lot
for
of
like
great
the
ones.
promo stuff. That should be the quote.
For I am the spring itself. It hits me emotionally. Not gonna lie.
I love the first arc with Fang and Shin. Like that, I feel like that's when for me personally, I was like, okay, Undead is something different. I think
you
Fang
like that arc a little bit more than me,
all.
and I appreciate that. Because we're normally in sync, guys. But normally, guys, we are almost like beat for beat on almost. And I kid you not, it's kind of spooky sometimes. It's like we're the same person thinking.
I think that might be my quirk. I'm serious. I think it's my quirk at this point.
You think so?
I was always like that with Sherm. Yeah, I was always like that with Sherm. I was like that with Townzie a lot too.
Okay.
That's how I kind of got into the Discord. And
your quirk is resonance. I like it.
Yeah, I swear, like it happens all the time. My best friend resonate. We've known each other since we were like 5. We think the same about everything. I'm just like that. I guess that's my
That's
quirk.
cool.
Next
I'm just
panel,
different.
resonate.
No, I'm not different. I'm not different.
I was always like that. But what else? What's some other good things? What do you think about good stuff about the series that we liked a lot? It's a lot
Just
of
like
great stuff.
let's just give it up for female power. I know that can sound kind of woke, but like no, seriously,
Man,
the
fuck.
females in this shonen series are incredible.
Incredible.
When I want
The
to talk
best
about
I've seen.
Juiz, Fuuko, we want to talk about Tatiana, like her, like Gina, where she started off. Last
Latla.
Loop being dead, Latla, Layla. Love them. Love them.
That's something else, just like romance that authors can't write. Like, what is the problem?
How can you not write a member of the human species? They are humans.
Like that? Oh, I don't know about women. They're just a whole different thing. Like how? Like you don't know your mom,
Boy,
your sister,
you're married.
your cousin, friends.
Boy, you
Like,
don't have a mom? Like, do you have a shonen MC backstory? Did your mom die
I
in your
get it.
childhood?
Maybe they are really, really like still in the mindset of like what shonen is for young boys. Maybe that's just what it is at the end of the day. I really think that they are like so
Maybe.
on the nose and dead ass about it. That's why we were having this whole discussion for like the past like hour or so about like their philosophies. It's just that, come on, you gotta realize, who do you like? When people read your stuff, they don't just stop reading once they become adults. They keep reading. They're gonna read forever, and then their kids are gonna like. It's not that you're just a kid for a certain amount of time. You're just reading it. Oh, okay, now
It's
pull the book like
the
Sabo
Toy Story meme.
or a Toy
I'm
Story.
done playing with you.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not like that.
Fuuko favorite female MC in anime. Honestly,
Respect it.
I agree.
Ooh,
not even
do I
hard to
have
say
another favorite?
Momo, you're on track, but I think Fuuko, she got that right now.
There are
I
a
like
few
Emma a
female
lot,
kids.
too, though.
Emma's great. If we're talking just MCs, I think Fuuko has it. But other characters in series, so Erza from Fairy
Yeah.
Tail, she is just one of my favorite characters in fiction. Let's see, what other females do I think are really great?
Okay, so in general, okay. I've always
Yeah,
liked.
so not an MC.
Well, like Robin, I do think Oda should have done a lot more with her, but I've always.
She's
loved Robin.
underutilized. I don't feel like she's
She
been
is.
fully.
And that sucks
yet.
to me. She's in my top 3. Ever.
She used to be. I don't think she is anymore. I think she's kind of fallen off a little bit, but
Yeah, Kishimoto was ass raps. Yeah, he was. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, who's the best?
isn't
Tsunade?
it canon that he stated, "I don't know how to write women"? Like, what do you
I think he
mean?
I'm like, I don't like that. Like, even if he was like saying it like in a kind of joking way, that's just like, how
It
are you
comes
that
off
out of touch?
like out of touch.
You can't write a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, a sister, a cousin, a friend, a love. Like, you can't write no kind of female. Like, that's weird. That's kind of weird to me. Like, what do you get? You have something? You're a misogynist or something? I'm not saying that he is, but it's like,
But
you
they said
couldn't
it.
think of nothing.
Clip that chat.
Like,
Clip that.
Bro, hey, Raps, I agree, man. Fist bump.
I don't know. I
that's
always
like
want
me.
more from Robin, and that's my main issue with her character and how Oda
Oh.
writes her.
I like Maki and JJK, but like, it's just because she's badass. It's not like nothing deeper than that, honestly. But that's usually like the best extent of a character. Oh, she's a badass female character. But like, what about like actually just good female characters? You don't get too many of them. Like Mira Leon,
I don't
badass, but
Thi-
you know,
I
and
don't think
love her.
you've read this. It is from a seinen series. It's called Sweat and Soap. The female MC from that series, she is so great. Long story, TLDR.
Nope.
She is a woman that suffers from over excessive perspiration, and her dual MC / love interest is a man who works at a soap creation company, and he is very sensitive as it comes to smells. Like, that's part of his job. She is such a great just character, not female, not male, just top to bottom, start to finish. I love Sweat and Soap.
I heard Nana. I think they have a lot of good female characters in
Yep.
there. And Claymore, I believe, too.
Yes, but for a different reason than I think most people would
Oh, really?
get. I think it's because they're all kind
really...
of based on like clones of one person. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. I haven't read Claymore, guys, but
like, I don't like that. We're only thinking of like a handful, like 10 most.
Yeah, it's not like boom, 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 boom. No, it's very few and far in between. Trash.
We got 3 from Undead Unluck easy. When we said Fuuko, Gina,
Azula.
Easy.
I know it's not from
Azula's
manga,
my
but
favorite, usually, yeah.
Toph.
And
Toph is second favorite character? Favorite character. What am I? Yeah.
And that's a good example of like not even just female, like just a great character, you know?
Yes.
FMAB had really good ones. There were none that really stood out, but they were like it wasn't like men dominated. They were like most of them were like the same.
Pretty equal.
AOT I think is the same thing. Like I feel like female characters in AOT are just as good as the male. They're all the same, pretty much. They're all garbage in a good way. Like they're all like just the conflict.
With that being said, let's wrap it up. A little bit triggered by that. A Land of the Lustrous? Yeah, I know. Pal, you know. No, but honestly, guys, jokes aside, thank you. About 2.25 for this stream. As Vontae said, as I've said, we're going to have more Undead Unluck content in the big 2025. More anime, more like kind of, I don't know, discussion videos. I don't know what you call them, character-focused features. But yeah, we are not done with this series, even though the manga is over. If you guys really want us to, we'll go through the light novels, we'll go through the one-shot, we'll go through any other manga content. So if they do like an extra chapter for the volume release, extra pages, we'll react to that.
Yep.
Just anything that you guys want us to do with this series as we move forward, because we do have a lot of other series that are still ongoing on the channel, but we're not dropping Undead Unluck just because of how the overall saga ended. Absolutely not.
Right. Nope. Once again, this was, like you said earlier, the most impactful series on this channel. Easily. Like, this is proof. This stream, we don't get this much comments in Dandadan. I know we just started, but even when we just started this,
no, we had like
even more,
consistent.
you know. So once again, if you guys are interested, we're doing Dandadan streams. Right now we're doing them every Thursday, but we will be switching to Sunday since Undead is now over. So Sunday we kind of got an open slot, so we might, do it around
Sundays
the same
and
time.
Tuesdays, yeah.
Yep. So Sundays, Tuesdays, we'll catch up. Then we'll be doing Chainsaw Man as well within the next month or two, like around springtime. So we'll be doing that. IQ, once we catch up, finishing season 4, going and seeing the movie, we'll be in the manga as well. So if you're a Haikyuu fan, stay tuned for that as well. And if you're not a Haikyuu fan, seriously, this is the perfect time to get onto it because it's genuinely peak. I've been saying it every day. Twitchy's already loving it. It's
guys, if you thought my reactions to this series were great, I have been screaming my head off for the last 6 episodes of IQ.
You're gonna lose your voice. I'm sure you're probably gonna lose your voice at some
my
point.
tear ducts are already overworked. I just cannot.
I'm not kidding. So
and Vontae keeps telling me
man,
it's like it hasn't peaked yet. It's not even close to peaking. Yeah, so like if you guys enjoyed us, one of the best, I guess, feelings that we can have is when someone takes us up on a recommendation. So if you trust us for this series, I think you would trust us and how we feel about other series. Dandadan manga has been awesome. Weird, but awesome. Haikyuu, incredible. Like if you guys are looking to expand your content a little bit, like Invincible is such a great show. Squid Game, if you want to expand out into like a foreign film, foreign language market, just give some stuff a new try. Live life to the fullest, like Andy was saying. And we hope that you join us for other series as well, because I don't know, we may or may not ever get an interaction crew like you guys.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, man, Chainsaw Man is fun. A very specific chapter one must read in 20. Yeah, Sherm, our boy Sherm, you guys know Sherm. We talk about him all the time. Every stream, every video. He was telling us like, yeah, I gotta get on that Chainsaw Man. All right,
It's time.
we will, we will, because we feel roughly the same way about season one. Like it was cool, but apparently we ain't seen nothing yet. Oh man, this series Undead though. I might end up rereading it. So Spring arc, Ragnarok, like this.
I got a lot of stuff. I might read like the Ragnarok arc, but I don't know about the full series just yet.
Chapter after chapter, just oh man. But you guys know the drill, man. We love and appreciate you guys. So much content in 2025 that we got backlog, current, and stuff in the future to the end of the year. And yes, we're getting into the year. So, you got anything else to say before we head out?
Nope. You can end us up.
All right. So, you guys know the drill, man. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video. Wait, what do you say? Oh, I've heard about that series a lot too.
Yep, she said Apothecary Diaries earlier, so it's something we'll keep on our radar.
Okay. Cool. So once again, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video or stream. Wicked Sick. I'm trying to think of a quote for Dandadan to say out. I don't know. I guess this is a Wicked Sick story, right? Romance.
Keep it wicked. Keep it wicked.
Keep it wicked.
Bye-bye.
Keep it wicked.